Hey folks, welcome to FiddleHed. I'm gonna do a lesson on how to add offbeat accents to fiddle tunes. So we can take a tune like Whiskey Before Breakfast that's maybe played straight would sound like. That's okay, but with a little bit of an offbeat accent you get. So it gives it a bit of a bounce, a little bit makes it more danceable. So anyway, that's a little bit about how that works. Now let's learn how to do it. So I already did a lesson on how to do accents on the downbeats. I'm just gonna review that real quick for you, but I recommend watching that video if you're a beginner to this. So basically, you just add a little grit by pressing down with the side of the index. All right, and you could start with downbeat accents like 1, 2, 3, 4, accenting 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this lesson, we're going to accent the 2 and the 4. So we're going to go. Okay, so we're going to start really simple. We're going to start by playing quarter notes on open D, and that's it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. All right, if you're somewhat good at tapping your foot, you could tap your foot on 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But a lot of people think they're better at foot tapping than they actually are. And it's actually very hard, I think. It's something you need to practice on its own. Because a lot of beginners, their foot's just kind of like, just tapping along in its own, in its own world, while the mute completely separate from the music. So only do that if you're really solid with the foot tapping. Okay, and then once you get this basic pattern though, you can speed it up a little, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If you start to feel comfortable with that, then you have the basic idea, and the rest is just kind of playing with it with fingerings and patterns, rhythmic patterns. So the next step would be to, with that same rhythmic pattern, do a D major scale with quarter notes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so doing it this way with these little rests in between is good training for actually doing it on full patterns, okay? And so that's what we're gonna do next. Basically, we're just gonna run through, I think, 3 patterns, but if you can do that, what we've done so far, then you're in good shape, okay? So next thing we're gonna do is pairs of 8th notes, and it'll be similar to the last one we did. It'll be like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, just on open D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Try adding a little grit to the first note, like. It's almost like the up bow is like a little recoil back. So get the feel on open D, then you can do it open D to D1. And then we move from simple towards more complex and challenging things, do it on a whole D major scale. So at a slow speed, this sounds like reggae music. I can do it with double stop. If you know double stops, try D and A. Woke up this morning, something like that. And then what's interesting is if you simply speed it up, reggae becomes bluegrass. Okay, and there's a lot of other techniques we could do, like chops and bouncing, but we'll just stick to And that little tiny exercise prepares you to do all that. So it's cool, right? Okay, cool. So let's move on. Now we'll do Hoedown, but with an offbeat accent. Well, again, we start with just open D. Go ahead and plant your left hand on the fiddle so you're sure to focus on this. So okay, cool. So then just try it on something more complex. We'll do it twice on open D, twice on D1. Exaggerate. Okay, and then once you get that, on a scale. And so on, okay? So we're almost done. The last thing I'll have you do is similar to Hoedown, we'll do a beat called the train. Okay, so the train is basically, instead of long, short, we're short. Okay, so on open D, plant your left hand on the fiddle so you can really focus on it. So I think the tricky part is that note, that up bow after the accented note. It's got to lightly go back up to get the right effect. In real slow motion. Sometimes it's really hard to play slow, but really good. Probably the easiest tempo is more mid-tempo. And then we just do the same steps, open D, D1, open D, D1. Then train beat on the whole D major scale. This one's really good for chords. I think I'm gonna do a lesson on how accents apply to chords next. So something to look forward to. Just thinking that it's coming to me, and sometimes I think of the ideas while just in the middle of a lesson, like video lesson or an in-person lesson. Anyway, you don't need to know that. That's boring. You just want to fiddle, right? Forget all that other stuff. You know, okay, do I have anything else to tell you? That's it. The usual. Thanks so much for watching. This is a lot of fun for me. Thanks to all the paid subscribers to FiddleHed who keep this going. And, you know, with that support, I'm able to focus on FiddleHed most of my energy. So I appreciate that. And if you like these videos, do the like button, do the subscribe to the channel button, and do the ring the bell notifications button if you like. If you don't want to do any of those things, you won't hurt my feelings, I promise. But if you do, then you'll hear about new stuff. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.